Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making a delicious beef in a creamy tomato sauce that we're going to serve over hot mashed potatoes. I have my potatoes already peeled and diced and put in my pan here, and I've got the water getting ready to boil. So I've got that going, and I've got some olive oil in my skillet here, and I'm going to go ahead and get started on the beef in the sauce. Now, for part of my sauce, I have taken a beef stew packet, seasoning packet mix, and just put it in about 1.5 cups of water. And I've just let that sit, and it can just sit until I'm ready to use it. I have 1 chopped onion, and then I have, for my beef, I actually just am using a beef stew meat. So I'm just going to go ahead, put those in there. Those starting to brown in my olive oil here. And while those are browning, I'm going to talk a little bit about one of the main things that we're using in our sauce today. We're going to be using the Philadelphia cooking cream, the original flavor. It is this nice, spoonable, delicious, absolutely delicious cooking cream. It is robustly flavored for cooking, so it has a large punch of flavor, and it's absolutely wonderful. We're using the original today. You could most certainly use savory garlic if you wanted a more garlicky flavor for this. Really wonderful. We're gonna use this a little bit later in our sauce, and this makes up the bulk of the creaminess of the sauce. You could use this as a substitute for sour cream, like in your stroganoff or something like that. It also would be a good substitute for yogurt, in like the Greek yogurt, in a Greek yogurt sauce for things like that as well. It's absolutely wonderful, very versatile, absolutely delicious. I'm going to go ahead and let this brown up. And while that's browning, I'm just going to go ahead and add my onion. Just cook those together. I'm going to let these work for a few minutes, and then I'm going to come back and I'll show you how to put the rest of the sauce together. Okay, as you can see, my beef and onions are all brown. Now, my beef is not completely cooked through. That's okay. I don't really want it to be cooked through just yet. I'm going to go ahead and give my beef stew seasoning and water a little stir. And then I'm just going to pour that right in, just like that. Give it a stir. Then I'm going to go ahead and cover this and let it simmer for 10-15 minutes. Still waiting for my potatoes to cook, so we're good there. So I'm going to go ahead and let this work and simmer, and then when I come back, we're going to add some mushrooms, some tomato sauce, and our Philadelphia cooking cream, and we're going to come up with an absolutely wonderful beef in this creamy tomato sauce that we're going to put over our hot mashed potatoes. Alrighty, we've let our sauce simmer here for about 10 minutes, and now we're going to add some more ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and add a 4-ounce can of mushrooms that I've drained. If your family does not like mushrooms, you most certainly may leave them out. I happen to love mushrooms. You can also substitute some fresh chopped mushrooms. You just need to saute them up with the beef and onions, then remove the mushrooms so they didn't get tough. Got that stirred in. I'm going to add an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Stir that in. You can see my potatoes are going real good here. I'm going to turn them down a little bit. Just going to wait till they're nice and soft so that we can mash them up. It's all stirred in. Then I'm going to go ahead and add the entire tub of my Philadelphia original flavor cooking cream here. I absolutely love this stuff. I could eat it with a spoon. All of the flavors are just amazing. We're using the original today. Put the whole tub in there. Some rich, creamy decadence. every last drop here. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and stir that in and leave the heat on low and let it go ahead and heat all the way through. Go ahead and let it simmer for a little while. Don't let it boil rapidly though. And it'll thicken up just a little bit and you will have this deliciously yummy sauce to pour over your mashed potatoes. So I'm going to let that work while my potatoes continue to boil. And then when I come back, I will show you the finished plated product. Okay, as you can see, I have my beef and my creamy tomato sauce over my mashed potatoes here, all ready to go, ready to dig in. I have my beef stew meat, my onions, the Philadelphia cooking cream, some tomato sauce, some mushrooms, and I've just put it over some nice hot fluffy mashed potatoes. And that's it. It's ready to go and ready to eat. Hope you enjoy this recipe as much as I do.